Hi everyone, welcome to Tips on Tuesday. Today's tip is about the power of words. I was talking to my assistant earlier and she was mentioning to me how when she was younger, a friend of hers told her that she couldn't sing. And now much older and wanting and having a keen interest in the music industry, she actually has some low self-esteem around this particular area because of this comment that her friend had made to her. And then interestingly enough, I was talking to another friend earlier this morning about words as well. And she mentioned to me that her and her son got into a rather large argument and heated argument about the meaning of a particular word and them both having a difference of opinion in the meaning and also its use. And with both of these things coming up, I thought it would be, and it was a very, very good sign that this was something that was really important to talk about right now. And myself having done some work last week around language and words using Psych-K to become a lot more whole-brained around pretty much the whole English language and all of the different words that exist, which was a very powerful process. And where I want to go back to first before I move any further is recognizing that we all have, we've all grown up with a belief system and a language program that we're used to. We use words in a particular way. We say particular words. Different words may have different undertone meanings. For example, the word love, to one person that might mean beautiful, elevated emotions and trigger joy and happiness. To another person who perhaps through their upbringing didn't have a huge amount of expression or receipt of love, they didn't receive love very often or at all, it may bring up lots of negative and stress emotions. So with that understanding that we have a different appreciation, that everybody has a different appreciation and use and belief system around the English language or whatever language that it is that they speak, that's that on top of the meaning of words. I mean, when we grow up with different native languages, another language, so if you grew up speaking Spanish, the English language and the words in the English language may again have completely different meanings and undertones and understandings. But with that understanding that we grow up with these different frameworks of the use of language and the words within our language, it's really important in the adult world that we are aware of, first of all, obviously, our own triggers and our own responses to particular words and the way that they're used and how we internally respond to them, because ultimately everything is about the internal response. But with that wisdom to become much more aware of how our words are being received. What might they be triggering for other people? So particularly if we're trying to get a really important communication through to a colleague, a business partner, our teams, or a friend or a loved one, if it's a really important piece of information that you're trying to communicate, it's really important that the way that they've understood it is the way that you've intended for it to be received. So asking questions and making sure that their understanding of your words is the same as your understanding of your words. So what can you do to move beyond historic things? So as my assistant was mentioning to me with this particular being told that she can't sing, how can you move beyond that? So there's obviously a stress response there surrounding that particular situation, which is preventing her from really stepping into her interests within the music industry and exploring that to its fullest with confidence. So using, again, Psych-K can be a fantastic tool here to help transform the stress with that particular situation and get her more aligned to the goals that she wants to achieve within the music industry, whether they're just for interest or they're actually to explore a career. Equally with my friend that was having an argument with her son, again, moving into a state of whole-brained around that particular word. I actually didn't ask her what the word was, but moving into a whole-brain state around the word, so that when somebody has a difference of opinion as to what it means or how it should be used, it doesn't impact you, and you're able to have a conversation about that without triggering stress responses in your body, which ultimately then shut down your mental faculties and your ability to think logically and in a calm way. So inhibiting your ability to use the left side of your brain, really. So becoming whole-brained around the different words that you may be already aware of that trigger you, and situations that have triggered you that are holding you back now, is certainly the best way to go. PsychK is one of the tools that you can use to do that, and if you're interested in knowing a little bit more about that, feel free to book a clarity call via the bio or the learn more links, depending on where you're seeing this. And if, there's other wonderful tools that I've used in the past, like NLP and hypnotherapy. Again, if you've got any questions on how you can work through some of the words that may be triggering you, feel free to direct message me or pop a comment in the box below. And I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.